Ahoy! Welcome back to the adventures of Captain J and friends. You caught me, in the middle of a meal, actually. Today, the cookie has cooked some fresh bread for us. We do love bread on board our ship. Sometimes we get soup or stew, a couple vegetables, and a lot of fish because we're out on the ocean aboard our ship. Makes you kind of think, though, huh? How did pirates and other people cook back in the day before technology? Before ovens and refrigerators? What kinds of foods do you think that they used? You know what? We have a very good friend that could probably teach us a little bit about medieval cooking. Cooking of the days of past. Maybe she could teach us about what kind of ingredients they'd use, and maybe the tactics in which they would use to make those foods. Well, I'm gonna eat up, and maybe you can come along on this adventure. So let's go learn, shall we? Oh my goodness, friends, you caught me in the act, I think. My friend here, Allyson, here at the main Renaissance Fair. Now, my friends and I were just kind of back at the ship thinking and talking about cooking back in the day of piracy and even older in the medieval days when they were knights in shining armor and everything. And
Yes?
you were cooking something smells very good over there. What might that be?
I'm cooking white bean with kale soup. It has a lot of vegetables in it.
Oh, it's mostly vegetables. Is there no meat at all?
There's no meat in this one at all.
Interesting.
A lot of medieval people didn't eat a lot of meat because they didn't have a lot of meat. So they would make do with the best they had. And beans have a lot of protein in them, and they're tasty, and they're good for you.
Oh, makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Interesting. And now, where all your ingredients, as a cook of the time, would you have purchased that, grown that? How would you have gotten those ingredients?
It would have depended on whether you were living in a city like London or Aberdeen, or if you lived in a country. And I portray a person who lives in a country, and I have a sheep farm with my mistress. And so we take care of her farm, and so we grow our own beans and our own kale, and I make vegetable broth and the onions and everything else.
Wow. So you work for this mistress lady. She owns the home and the land.
She does.
All right. And then in exchange for your work, you have home and a safe, soft bed to sleep in, I assume?
I have a very nice palate.
Well, it's smelling very, very good over there. Maybe we can get up close here and you can talk to us a little bit about what you have up here.
Absolutely.
Sound good? All right. So we've got all kinds of things here on the table that I'm assuming there's some food items here and little, I don't know what that is, and a little mortar pestle over here. Can you tell me a little bit about these things?
I'm going to start with these ones over here because as a pirate, you should have an interest in spices.
Oh yeah, they're worth a lot of
Because
money.
spices are worth a lot of money, especially things like saffron.
Oh, saffron.
I have a king's ransom worth of saffron right there.
Wow, look at that.
And it smells so good.
Really, I don't... Oh yeah, that is nice. Saffron. Huh. Do you have any idea why that was so valuable amongst
It
itself?
is. So all of those little red things are the tiny little strings on the inside of a flower. And they have to be hand-picked even today.
Wow.
And so it takes a lot of flowers to get an ounce jar like that.
Oh, wow. So they are very valuable still today.
Yes, they are.
Excellent, excellent. So we've got spices, which, yes, we would have stolen to sell elsewhere. This would have been a great treasure amongst itself. We do talk a lot about how pirate treasure wasn't just gold and silver, but about the things we could steal to sell once we got on the mainland. So this is perfect right here.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got spices.
We
Yes.
do. And we have vegetables.
We
Now,
have vegetables.
I have parsley
Okay.
that came from the garden. We have leeks, Not the kind of leeks that you get in your boat.
Nope, no, these are the ones we want to have.
These are the ones you want to eat.
Okay,
They're good for you.
excellent.
Carrots.
Carrots, we know all about those. Are their snowmen? Yep.
So I have dried apricots and raisins.
Mm-hmm.
And these are different things we use to thicken stews and soups in medieval times. So we have barley. We have lentils.
Lentils, all right.
And we have dried peas.
Interesting. Now, would we use another rice, right? Nowadays, I think we use to sop some of that up. Or if we still use this to say...
We still use these today, but rice wasn't as prevalent.
Okay.
Rice was expensive. It came from the Orient, and it had to travel on ships, which was a dangerous thing because of people like you.
That's right, yes. When we did our job the right way. Exactly.
But rice was known, and places that were near the water, like London and Aberdeen, would have had access to rice, and so they did do it. But it was kind of a higher class thing.
Wow, we've learned so much. My goodness. Well, thank you so much for teaching us all about these things. This has been great. I'm still smelling this stew that you have here. It smells amazing.
So if you ask nicely, you can have. You don't have to steal it.
Oh, so if I say, could I please have some stew and try it?
Yes, you may.
Oh, wow. Look, see how that works, folks. Use your manners and you get further ahead, right? Well, thank you so much, Allyson. I appreciate all of your lessons, and we're going to get back to the ship, all right?
Excellent.
Thank
Have a
you
good
so much.
voyage.
Thank you. Wow. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video and you want to see more, make sure you hit that red subscribe button. Also, don't forget to check out my books, Captain J and the Misfit Crew and Captain J and the Perfect Pet. Both available on barnesandnoble.com, wordery.com, and amazon.com. We'll see you next time.